Hey guys, welcome back again. So today we'll be doing two programs based on what we've learned in the previous two videos, okay? So we are using code blocks here. This is an IDE, this integrated development environment to write the program, okay? This thing we have to install first. Now go to empty file. So now first of all just save this file, okay, so that it can understand that you are doing C program. So let's save it the desktop. Yeah, so first dot C, okay, save. Okay, so this program, what we'll do is we're gonna take one number from the user and we'll print it on the screen, okay? So as I've already told you to include the stdio.h file, header file, and start coding along with me so that you will understand it better. So this main function is needed, right? And you have to put everything in the curly braces. So right now we're gonna take one variable from the user. So what we have to do, first of all we have to take one variable, right? Number. So the variable type is, data type is int, so we will take one integer type of data from the user, right? So printf, I'll tell the user that enter one integer number, right? And we're gonna scan this number. How to scan? We first of all the format specify, that is %d, because it's integer type of data. So if we write here we want float, if we write here float, so we have to write here f. If we write here, let's say char, that is character type of data, so I have to write here %c, okay? Now we want int, so we'll write here d, %d, comma, ampersand number, okay? So this will create a variable here, and when we enter a number from the keyboard it will store it in the number. So now we're gonna print it on the screen, okay? How we print? Basically whatever we write in the code, it will be printed on the screen. So this will be printed, and that %d, what type of data we are printing, comma, where is the number stored? It's number, right? So we are gonna see number equal to 5, right? Okay, let's run the program. Here it is build means compile the program to make the executable code. See, when we save that file, it creates first.c here, okay? There is no executable file here. Now when we press this build and run, wait a minute, it takes some time. Okay, yeah, now you can see here, see, this .exe file is created. So what it's saying is enter one integer number, suppose we'll enter 5. Now press enter. Now see, it will print number equals to 5, right? Okay, so we'll close that. Okay. Now the second program. Okay, I hope you've understand this program. So first of all, we'll save it. Okay, save file as, let's say, second dot c. Okay, first of all, you have to include what? Right, stdio.h file. Okay, now int main. Now what we're going to do basically in this program, we will take two number from the user and we'll print the sum of the two numbers. You can try it yourself. Okay, first try, then see this example. So now what we have to do is, first of all, we have to take two numbers from the users, right? So we have to declare number 1, number 2, and the sum, right? So when we do the sum, number 1 plus number 2, we have to keep it somewhere else. So we will keep it in some other variable, right? The sum. Okay, now in this example I'm gonna use float type of data. That means floating type. Okay, now print f enter two numbers for sum. Now scanf, we can scan any number we want, right? So we have to scan two numbers, so the enter will give two numbers, so we have to scan 2. If we want to scan 3 numbers, if we say enter 3 numbers, then it will go %f, right? So %f comma ampersand number 1 and comma ampersand number 2, right? And now we have scanned this 2 number, okay, the user input. Now what we have to do is, we have to sum this 2 number, right? Number 1 plus number 2, sum. This will do the sum. This is arithmetic operator. We have already learned that. Okay, now if we do the summation here, we have to keep it somewhere else, so we'll keep it in the sum variable, right? Here in the sum variable, this plus will be stored into the sum variable. Now we'll print this sum into the screen. %f, this is float type sum, because if we give floating type of data, so the sum will also float type of data, right? Okay, sorry, sum equals to %f comma sum. Now first control save, and now build and run. Now you can clearly see here also one executable file is created here, second.e. So these are some intermediately generated file. Okay, so we will discuss it later, because in the compilation process these files generates. Now enter two numbers, so we'll basically 2.5 and 3.2. Now the sum is 5.3. 70000. Now let's cross this. Yeah, this is over, right? In this how we write program. These are some basic programs. So later we will discuss about the control structures of C, that is if else statement, for loops, many things. Okay, so stay with us, happy learning, and subscribe my channel if you haven't yet, and thanks for watching.